What's up, everyone? We are back with some more Slay the Spire. We have gone through the Ironclad, the Silent, and the Defect, which means we are now on to the Watcher. I have not played as the Watcher, so we don't have any Ascension, which means in some ways this should be easier because we're going from Ascension 10 to Ascension 0, but I believe we will probably struggle more because I know nothing about her. So right off the bat, that's not what I wanted. Right off the bat, can we get an elite? We give everyone 1 HP. 1, 2. My god, 3. We could get almost to the boss. 1, 2. Oh, here we could get an elite. Yeah, let's go for it. We just can't get combat any of these question marks. So I'm not going sight unseen. I've seen the Watcher be played, so I understand the general idea of the Watcher. But that doesn't mean I really know how to play her at all, or how to evaluate her cards. Which means these card reward screens are going to take about 5 times longer than they have in the past. I mean, that seems like a solid block option. It's a decent block plus future card draw versus deck control and card draw. Let's go with the block for now. Let's just take what's agnostically good. So this miracle, this is our starting relic. So we can get 1 extra energy when we need it. 5 damage to all enemies. It's free. I mean, if we stack this with the card draw, kind of get for a quick play deck, that could be good. Being able to retain this to go back into con when we need to, that could be very important if we're going to play with the stances. Early on, though, I feel like this AoE is going to be pretty useful. Of course, we'll take the Golden Idol. We're on Ascension 0. I'll take the damage. So Wrath becomes cheaper. We've got pretty good economy right now. I think I might want to evaluate. What's this do? Oh, yeah, right. Let's crank that evaluate up. Get a beefy block. Oh, we got combat. That means we're gonna have to fight this elite for real. That is unfortunate. Gain 3 mantra. So mantra, we can stack up to 10 to enter the God stance. Vulnerability could be pretty important. I'm not advanced enough for that yet. Let's take a crush joints and get some momentum. So since we don't need this elite as quickly as possible anymore, we can pivot and get the fire first for another upgrade. I'm gonna do that. That's nice. That's a nice upgrade. Did I not take the card to let me leave? I thought I did. I must have taken Consecrate instead. 2 vulnerable is a lot better than 1 vulnerable, so we'll go with that. Sure. I don't know how often I should be saving a miracle versus just using it at the first chance it's useful, but great. I'm gonna have to pay attention to past cards I've played. That could get a little difficult. I mean, it's 10 damage either way, so we can just smoke them. I've got the feeling this character's going to require a lot more thinking than the other ones have. So let's insight first, see what we draw. That was a skill, so we can crush joints to make you vulnerable. The vulnerability would make 9 damage go to 13 damage. Eruption would make 10 damage go to 20. So erupting first would make our crush joints better. So all we'd be able to play though, and that would not kill him. And then we would take 18 damage. So let's evaluate the situation, crush his joints, and strike him. So is it when we leave comp? Yeah, we gain energy, okay. So we still managed to not take damage, which is good. On this fight, I mean. Though, it's very clear to me we lack a little bit of momentum. Here I think we can finish them. 9 and 12 would be exactly 21. So that's going to be a good way to enable using our eruption. Let's not be too rash. That's just too much. No, I think we like empty fist here. Alright, so this guy's going to be tricky. I think we definitely need to pop off with eruption early to get ahead of him. We can actually miracle, empty fist, and get out of it. I'm not convinced we really wanted to get out of it, but I mean, it was really good extra damage either way. Usually you don't want to play skills, but this one gives us a lot of value. That insight could give us the momentum to kill him on a given turn. What was the last card we played? Do we draw and gamble that we can kill him this turn? That's really spooky. Eruption is exactly what we wanted. Ooh, okay. Bag of prep is so good. Already we've got to deal with cooling down our potions. Take a drink real quick. So speed potion is great. Essence of Steel is great. We can ditch the energy potion. Omniscience. Choose a card in your draw pile. Play the chosen card twice and exhaust it. Exhaust. Excuse me, no thank you. That's really cool, but horrifying. Yeah, I figured it'd get cheaper. That seems like it could be good. A little bit of a form of scaling. Although we probably want... Just end of your turn. Yeah, let's try Windmill Strike. We just don't have anything crazy enough in our deck to want to double for 4 energy. The card would have to cost 3 energy or more to give us value. Alright, so this is... We could erupt Empty Fist. I'm really bummed we didn't draw our AoE. Yo, that's why we've got Gambler's Brew, though. Yoink, 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 and yoink. We still did not get what we wanted. Alright, so we could kill these 2 guys and not end in eruption. That's the dream. Eruption, unfortunately, will not kill one of them on its own. We've got 4 energy, essentially. Crush Joints will kill him, which leaves us with 2 energy to kill him. Let's start there. It's the most efficient way to do 14 damage. If we could do it with 2 energy, that would be ideal. 9. I don't think there's a way to do it with 2 energy. I think we'll have to erupt Empty Fist to kill him. Wait, this can give us energy though. So what if we use Vigilance? Oh, I've screwed up royally. Miracle. Empty Fist. Oh, Windmill Strike. Alright, that worked in the most weird and stressful way possible. But I'm glad it did. Alright, we can do our AoE now, but it's going to make them both stronger. We Crush Joints, and then we'll do 7 damage, so 17 total. I mean, we can kill one of them. We'll probably kill one of them without using Consecrate. We have to use a skill first. So let's defend, and then Crush Joints. It's not gonna do it. We'll have to make him a little stronger, then we can finish him. Still taking no damage, so that is good. Right in here, I'm sure we can just Eruption Empty Fist. Reach Heaven, I like the name of that. Deal 10 damage. Shuffle a Through Violence you draw pile. Through Violence, retain, deal 20 damage, exhaust. Wow, that sounds pretty good. Deal 8 damage with the last card played this combat was an attack. Die weak. I can't remember all of that. Let's try Reach Heaven, that sounds like a lot of damage. Early damage equals momentum. It can be as good at defending as a defend. I don't know how this works if we haven't played anything yet. So we're gonna kill the curly boy first. Let's go ahead and we've got no way of getting into a stance. So if we defend, Crush Joints, Consecrate, defend, Miracle, Empty Fist. That's pretty good. We'll do Reach Heaven, Strike, retain the Windmill Strike. Smoke. Oh, that's a cool animation. Your next attack deals an additional 5 damage. I really like that, but we would need a big multi-hit attack to do it, which we don't have. Strawberry is decent. Alright, I think we definitely want to get Reach Heaven out. If we erupt, we've got no way out of it. So let's Reach Heaven, defend, defend, and consecrate. $20, $29, we got him. Killing potential is pretty great. A card from your discard pile in your hand and retain it. Intercom. It's your turn. And these cards are all walls of text. Put a card from your discard pile into your hand and retain it. Intercom. Exit you. Oh, end your turn. Yikes. Let's not overcomplicate things right now. End of your turn, gain 1 mantra. So, basically, if a fight lasts 10 turns, help. When you shuffle your draw pile, scry 3. That could be pretty good. Can I afford both of these? Yes. I mean, Shuriken's great, but I feel like we've got the damage without needing to eke out that strength. I would like to remove a card as well, though. So if we had to pick one, I mean, even on boss fights, if a boss fight's going 10 turns, that's going to be rough. Obviously, we could augment it by getting other sources of mantra, but doesn't seem to be the way we're going right now. So let's start by removing a card. We've added many more attacks than defense. Scared of a strike. Oh, Secret Technique could be very good for us. Never sleep on a gold colorless card. It's almost like having a relic. So right now we've got a 15 card deck, so it's like every 2 turns. Sure. Seems like a good get for us. We'll definitely smith here. And I would like to upgrade my windmill strike so it scales better. So right off the bat, let's go ahead and if we erupt, what are the chances we can get out of it? It's fairly high, but not high enough for me to feel good about it. So let's not erupt. Well, we could erupt and get out of it this turn. We don't have enough energy to do everything we want, though. So we need, if we erupt, we need empty fist. It's 3 energy, but we want to crush joints, which is 4. I guess we can get 4 energy and we can pull that off. But we need a skill to be played for crush joints to work. But we'll spend most of next turn defending, so is the vulnerability really that important right now? So let's erupt, consecrate, crush joints. Oh, that scared me for a second. Empty fist. It's a pretty good opening turn. Turns out we will not be defending that much. Seems like a great time for a block potion. I could use the speed potion, but I don't think I'm probably playing Reach Heaven. So we gotta still maintain our pace with this guy. Well, this is like an investment for the future. Sure, let's do that. We'll just defend it. We'll play it a little coy. So now we get a scry. Choose a number of cards to discard. Right. We don't really care about that or that. So that's a good turn. We'll start letting Windmill Strike power up. This is a pretty good one because we can... Last card we played was an attack, I think, yeah. So what if we erupt? I'm just gonna go with the flow here. We're going to erupt and then crush joints. Right, because erupt is not, yeah, I'm a big dummy. And then we will empty fist and defend. I feel like that could have been done a little more elegantly, but it is what it is. So we retain this, we can hold it for a good violence turn. Honestly, there's no reason where we shouldn't. And by violence, I mean, maybe I mean violence. And ditch that. Yeah, I am very happy with this relic we got. Let's just get another through violence. Well, yeah, we'll defend. So we're kind of powering up for a really big turn right now. Let's just defend and then crush joints and then consecrate, defend. Now, this is the turn where we could pop. This is the turn where we will pop. Although we can't erupt and windmill strike, which stinks. So we got rid of our energy potion. We can erupt and get out of it though. So let's erupt. We got double plus vulnerability. 2 through violence. Go. It's just that easy, boys. Oh gosh, here we go. Ragnarok. That's really cool. Don't see that working with our deck right now. Deal 12 damage, deals additional damage equal to the nope, that doesn't work for us. Whenever a card is retained, reduce its cost by 1 this combat. Yes. Can make our windmill strike free. We will take Cursed Key here, and we will not be opening our chest in the future. Don't let me forget that, Twitch. Alright, I see some nice question marks leading to a fire. Leading to a fire in a shop, and then a fire. I like that quite a bit. Alright, after battle to evaluate, that's a good block. This 4 energy is going to be big for us, by the way. We will become vigilant and senselessly smack him. Alright, let's reach heaven here. Do we not have any defense? Well, I guess we will just smack and smack and it was a huge sneeze. I'm glad I was able to mute my mic in time. So we could at least whittle down his plated armor there. That's the reason we did not retain. No, no, and no. We just smacked last time, I think. Yeah, we didn't have any defense. So let's... Is it a skill or a non-attack? Skill. Let's defend, and then crush joints. And then... through violence. Empty fist. Dang it, I thought we could brute force him. Shoot. Oh, we're taking an additional 7 damage. Unfortunate. Deal 3 damage 3 times, enter Wrath. Another form of Wrath would be nice, because we got 2 forms of leaving it. Shuffle into your draw pile. Pre-upgraded evaluate. Let's go with that for now. That really kind of steps up our block game. Oh, I didn't even think about the fact with Juzu we can't find enemies and question marks anymore. That's super nice. Gotta love a fire potion. And let's go for the flex potion. Yo, 50-50? No, I'm a coward. I don't do curses. If a curse can be prevented, I will prevent it. Speaking of, we cannot open that without getting cursed. Yo, let's go. So now we've gotten the bloody idol. We'll heal every time we get gold, which is phenomenal. He said an 8. That's kind of nice, actually. What else gets a big effect change? Eruption becoming cheaper is pretty big. I'm not opposed to getting that early. It'll make sure it always works with our windmill strike. Absolutely. That's an instant take for me. It's one of the rare times where I'll give up the ability to remove a card. Starting with the artifact is so good. Alright, this fight's a little spooky. We would like Tantrum immediately. Don't think it's going to happen though. We can evaluate though and then crush joints. I'm going to go for the weakest bird. Let's go ahead and establish. Then Miracle Strike. That'll cripple him. We'll take no damage. He's vulnerable, so Reach Heaven will kill him. Work on the one that's going to be stronger. So I didn't really think any of that through. I kind of just did, and it was terrifying. I gotta make sure I'm not doing that in the future. That was a kind of spooky fight. If you're in Wrath, apply 3 vulnerable to all enemies. Otherwise, enter Wrath. We've got enough sources of Wrath now, and we've got some vulnerability. I do like the card, though. Can't open that, unfortunately. Lots of establishments and nothing to block, but the insights will be nice. We'll just kind of use this as a setting up turn, I guess. I mean, I think 2 card draw is more valuable than 6 damage. And I'll stand by that. So let's Vigilance, Crush Joints, Empty Fist, defend. That was a good turn, but we're definitely behind the curve right now. We're killing these guys way too slowly. So insight here. We would like a way out of Wrath, which I'm not seeing. Which means we can't afford to erupt. We want to hold Windmill Strike. It'll become a lot more valuable if we do. We can start with this, especially because we know we're not erupting. Reach Heaven will kill you and set us up nicely later. Oh, we've got another insight. Let's go ahead and pop that. I want all of those, please and thank you. Oh, we can get out now. But we'd have to get out. No, we could afford 1 extra card. So we can pop this. And then we can Strike, Miracle, Vigilance. I don't know if that was the best way to do that. but it was a way to do it, and that's what matters. Let's go ahead and evaluate twice. Windmill Strike will be free next turn, but yeah, we'll save it. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. So close to killing him. I'm taking no damage this turn though. No way to get into Wrath here. We did just play a skill, so we can crush joints. Followed by Consecrate will kill you. It will not kill you, which means that whole thing was a whiff. So you should have crushed your joints. We will defend. We will get violent with you. And here we can just end him. Gain 7 blocks, scry 3. We have some scry and I don't want to overcomplicate it. The more we're scrying, the more I'm thinking, and that's a dangerous thing. So we're just gonna keep it to a minimal. Keep upgrading our deck here. It does feel like we're having some energy problems, so we will cheapen Eruption. The turns that we're wanting to play it, we're not being able to play everything we want to. So luckily there's no juicy relics to distract me here, so we will go back to our card removal. And I think we can probably afford to get rid of a defend here now, because we got 2 evaluates. I will not become cursed with shame. I live a shame-free existence. One might even call it a dignified existence. One would be lying. Let's evaluate so we take no damage. Makes we evaluate, we can crush your joints. We cannot afford it. Well, we can if we miracle. So let's miracle, establish, and reach heaven. So we're set up very well for the future now. I think we just prevented weakness. We can erupt here, especially because it's nice and cheap now. So let's erupt, then consecrate. Should have incited first, but that's okay. It's a rare time when I will pop this immediately. And not be able to leave. Oh god, what has he done? Oh, I'm so scared. And he hits hard after killing the friend. So we're good. We've got empty fists. There's nothing to panic about. In fact, this is stupid good because, well, you don't need me to tell you. We've got 40 damage right here. Just trying to see. We've got no means of card draw. That's okay. Now, do we want to have energy or card draw in the future? Definitely card draw. A was more block too. And then just send them. That was a great fight for us. I do like weak. I also like what we have. I think on the boss fight, weak is going to be more relevant than 20 damage. I do like the idea of this. I don't like that we can only use it once though. We've got a lot of card draw on Scry. Let's not thicken the deck needlessly. So that's just eking out some damage. That's eking out some damage. That's eking out some damage. That's eking out some block. So we got no meaningful upgrades. So of the damage and block increases, I think, well, who are we fighting? He's gonna summon minions. I guess having a stronger Consecrate could be nice. I mean, it does kind of take it out of complete garbage territory. We got lots of potions here, don't be afraid to use them. Make sure we get our setup, establishment, when we'll start popping off immediately. We'd probably like to reach heaven. We don't have a crush joints in here. If we could end on a skill, that'd be awesome. So what if we reached heaven and then evaluated? I think I like that play. If we erupt, we can't get out of it here, so we're not going to erupt. We could use Windmill Strike if we had to. I would like to save it a little bit. Let's evaluate again. Mostly just because we need that block. I mean, we can't kill one of you unless we erupt. Let's just defend and then weaken you. No, probably would have been a decent speed potion turn, but well, so we can probably weaken him anytime now. So Windmill's at its peak cheapness, but it will continue to get stronger. I don't remember if I ended on a skill or not. I don't think we did. I think we just struck. We can insight. Insight again. We want all of those. Can we get into Wrath here? I don't think so. I think we can maybe crush your joints and still kill you. Hold on. 20 damage. 26 damage. Not quite there. Those are only forms of damage without Windmill Strike. Screw it, let's crush your joints. It's a little bit of overkill. It takes some damage off the board. Can pay it forward a little bit with vigilance. They're doing 21 cumulative. We can probably use our miracle here. We should probably start popping with this. If we hoard it too long, then we're wasting a lot of value. I feel safe erupting here, honestly. I think he's gonna summon. Yeah. We want all of those, I think. Well, except we're drawing him now. Still pretty good. We'll... Oh, if only we could have crushed joints right now. Start with our Windmill Strike, or through violence. We definitely want to reach heaven. And do we want 18 damage or future energy? Let's go with the damage. Oh, strike first. So it's actually a lot more than 18 damage. Yo, that would have been the smartest turn for the Flex Potion. I have immediate regret. Especially because we were very not out of the woods. And we're frail. At this point, I'm going to just try to rush him down. Let's retain that to pop off. Are we going to die here? 27, 37, 47 damage. Very close. So we essentially need to kill him next turn. I'm just going with blind faith here. Let's go. What a spooky character to play. We're certainly not out of the woods yet. I don't even know what that does. Play the top 3 cards of your drop pile. That could be pretty powerful. Alright, we still probably don't want Ragnarok. Deal additional damage. Yeah, we don't want that. Draw cards until your hand is full. Exhaust. That sounds very good. And it can become free? Absolutely. Are we ever playing more than 6 cards? I feel like we're playing close to 6 cards sometimes. I mean, transform all strikes and defends. That could be pretty solid. It's 6 trash cards into 6 potentially decent cards. Retain, deal 20 damage. When retain lowers its cost by 1. That could get cheaper. That will get cheaper at double the rate too. Can only be played if this is the only attack in your hand. Deal 30 damage. We could probably make that work. Put a miracle into your hand at the start of your next X turns. Exhaust. So an energy sink. Another stance exeter to make us a little safer. Your Enwrath. Right, we've got a ton of ways to leave Wrath. So I definitely think we're in a better position than we were before we took the relic. In terms of opportunity cost, I don't know if we came out ahead, but seems like a phenomenal path right here. Alright, so let's get, and of course now I'm looking at all new cards in text, so, ooh, my brain. Let's get our establishment out there. We got time with Sands of Time. We're going to take 6 from Consecrate alone. In terms of block, we have nothing. They're not attacking us. We also don't have any stances. So we could just smack this guy many times. Do we want to draw a bunch right now? Do we draw anything that would be very meaningful as 0 energy? I don't think so. Let's just pass. Well, no. Let's do this and do this. I'm an idiot. Well, we've got 2 energy now. We might as well scroll. We're in too deep. Crap. I guess we want just evaluate maybe. We could enter Wrath for next turn. Sure. Sure. Let's enter Wrath. Yo, Consecrate. It's a lot juicier now. 6 damage. They're gonna just get buffed up. You only live once. Let's do it. Apply 3 vulnerable to all enemies, I suppose. It's, can we get any block? We can't. But we can kill him. We'll take 5 instead of 14. Sounds good to me. We can kill him. Keep Sands of Time getting stronger, and then collect. So we're gonna put 1 miracle into our hand for the next 1 turn. How that works. A miracle plus. I don't know what a miracle plus is. Get this junk out of here. 2 energy. That's not so bad. Let's get our block up. If we can kill him in 1 hit, now we're set. No. No. Yes. Protect, retain, and 16 block. That sounds decent. I feel like we're pretty good on the block front. I would like to remove one of these new cards I got, though. I'm not in the business of wasting my gold. So sorry. Of course, on Ascension 20 we would have taken damage for saying no. So maybe we can just pop off this turn. We can definitely afford to erupt. Miracle is a skill, which means we can crush joints. Either of these will be 2, and they're the same damage. Windmill Strike. Oh, we would rather play Reach Heaven. Followed by Empty Fist. So close to saving 10 damage. We can play Distilled Chaos. Is that worth saving 10 damage? Probably not. Probably not. That's my conclusion. Gain 4 block. If you aren't in Wrath, gain 14 additional block. So 18 block for 0? If you are in Wrath. We got plenty of ways of getting in Wrath. Seems good to me. I'm very scared to be adding stuff, but that seems good. Yo, Lee's waffles, so good. But I also feel like I have one too many indignations. Let's take Lee's waffle. Full heal plus 14 max HP. Oh. Maybe we shouldn't have bought that in hindsight. I thought it was more max HP than that. I guess the mango's 14 max HP. So this fight's already a headache. Let's find a skill to play. We don't have a way of entering Wrath, ironically. Good Vigilance to gain some block, and then Empty Fist out of it. And we can crush joints while we're in that zone. We want to divide up our damage here. We don't want to kill them one by one because they will regenerate each other. We usually don't do a very good job of doing that. So we could enter Wrath here and smoke somebody. I don't know if it's the right time to pop off though. We could enter Wrath and leave Wrath, so I take that back. It's the perfect time to pop off. See, like, I'm tempted to kill him to take the damage off the board. And actually, I'm certainly going to, because we've got very little other in the way of block. So let's finish him off, reduce his back damage, and then take no damage. So he'll probably come back, but at least for now, that was good for us. I don't think there's ever going to be a time I really don't want to play an Insight. I mean, I guess if I were using a bigger brain, probably, but... We can enter Wrath again. If we're in Wrath, we can get a lot of block. So I think we're okay doing that. Sands of Time will not kill the middle one. And Windmill Strike will just not kill the right one. And we can't afford to play that. But we can ult, which blocks all of our damage. So now we just have a free shot. We probably don't want to kill the one on the right now. I mean, this is the better card to play, no doubt. Future card draw, future energy. Future card draw. Flex probably better to play, actually. So at least we've got them all fairly well grouped. We can kill the one on the left. 21, 33 damage is what we need. So what if we did this, followed by this, followed by this? Let's go. No, we definitely don't need any of this stuff. Continue to refine our deck. 5 vulnerable, I just don't see the need for that much vulnerable. Making that free is fairly nice. Making Sands of Time even better, not bad. Making Reach Heaven be less of a whiff when we first play is pretty good. Signature move gets much better. But to help better enable signature move, well, we're pretty much always playing Reach Heaven when we can, so let's get that upgraded. It's a pretty big priority play for us. So right off the bat here, let's erupt on you. We don't really have a way to do much more damage, unfortunately. Probably should have vigilanced first, in hindsight. Now we can make everyone vulnerable, that's pretty sweet. And then Empty Fist. Evaluate. Yeah, we could have played that better. No doubt. It's 10 damage I don't think we had to take. At least everyone is vulnerable and he's close to dead. I think that our last card was a skill. No, we don't really need to add vulnerable. This will kill him quite efficiently. If I go in Wrath, I can get an additional 14 block. I think we can afford Wrath, so let's use Indignation. And then a Halt. Let's crush your joints and evaluate. Though, in hindsight, that wasn't a good play, because we doubled more damage than I'd really considered. But it didn't ruin us, which is good. You know, Consecrate is a great play for us, that just finished the fight. So Consecrate was a good pick, it just took a while to reach its potential. Continue to make our deck slightly stronger. Yeah, let's make Vigilance more worth the while to play. Make it a more meaningful block. Still can't take chests. I've missed an uncomfortable amount of relics from Cursed Key, but I mean, you can't argue with the 4 energy and the value it's had. So Exploders have to go, but this guy also has to go. This is a kind of tricky one. This will probably be a fight where we use our Explosive Potion. Really no way to leave Wrath if I go into it, because I would really like to have Wrath my Consecrate. That is a bummer. I don't think we have that many good blocks either, to be honest. So this turn's kind of awful. I don't want to use a speed potion just for 5 additional block though. That's not getting a lot of value out of it. We can't do signature move unless we use eruption. So we're kind of stuck here. So, I mean, like, we're gonna evaluate. Establishment. Crush joints, you. Could have sworn I just played a skill, but I guess it was a power in hindsight. Yeah, this sucks. That was a really unfortunate turn. Here I think we can afford to do this because of Halt. Reach heaven there. Evaluate. We'll probably get another Miracle Plus because of how we played that, yep. So you need to die. I'd rather not use Through Violence to do it. Sands of Time is equally potent though, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Through Violence, Sands of Time. And honestly, I'd rather stay in Wrath for this guy. Should have played the Miracles first. Seriously, still got no block, huh? That lets me hit him twice. But the hits are now weak. What a weird and disappointing turn. Alright. So, get some block here. That's enough block. If we only have to hit him once, we're set. 21 damage. With vulnerability? Oh, we got him. Let's go. I'm tempted, honestly, for another evaluate, but... See, Wallop will be really good in Wrath. I don't want to overcomplicate things this close to the end, though. You horrify me. We don't have a way out of Wrath as of right now. So let's use this as a building turn. Except you're doing 30 damage, so you can't build too much. Shoot. We've got problems. Alright, hold on. We're gonna get really spooky here. But you're gonna lose damage equal to the damage we do, so if we... we erupt first, then make you vulnerable, then we'll scroll. Alright, that worked out, although I would have liked to get Establishment played. We got the block through that. We're gonna save through violence if we can. Although we'd also like to hold on to Windmill Strike, because it's gonna get a lot better. So let's play the through violence. Sands of Time is also getting better if we hold on to it. Do we want to empty fist though? I don't think we do. As crazy as it sounds. I feel like it's too late for establishment. We do still want to reach heaven if we can slip it in. And he's getting low on vulnerable, so let's keep it indignation. We will halt, of course. We will crush joints. Get the vulnerable stacked up again. Sounds like a good enough turn for Sands of Time. Let's get the collected now for the energy. Hey, what's up, Soup? Thanks for popping in. This is Slay the Spire. It is a deck building roguelite. It's super good. 120 damage. Oh my god. So what are we gonna do here? Well, he's vulnerable and we're in wrath, so we can pop Consecrate. Makes it less scary already. Might as well just smack him with Eruption. And reach heaven to get another through violence. We're back at 0. We can save our miracle. And we can keep him indignant. Rolling Strike's really popping off. And this is, I think, the last turn with them. So we can smack him with it. And through violence, and we are set. We actually got our signature move. Let's go. That was a good fight. Don't want any of this. Well, no. Alright. 1, maybe 2 more fights before the boss. Oh, these guys again. Gross. Big gross. Alright, if we enter Wrath, we can leave it. So let's become indignant. With the indignation, we can then crush joints. Got vulnerability. That will not finish him off. So let's smack someone else. That's our last attack, right? Yeah. So smack someone else. We will evaluate for some block. Except we've still got like no block, which is it's distilled chaos. Yo, that worked out phenomenally. As scary as it was. So 26, and they're doing 19, 27, 28. I'm gonna play establishment here. I don't think we get any benefit from playing this with 0 energy, but let's get out of her hand. Thin things up a little bit. Yeah, I think so too. I originally discovered this game watching someone else play it, and I could not get enough of it. Especially if once you like understand what's going on more, or if you've played, then you kind of evaluate the player's decisions, and you're like, well, what would I have done? Or, ooh, that was a good idea. I wouldn't have thought of that. You can kind of make decisions along with them. Okay. They're doing 16, 20, 32 damage. Can we enable signature move? That's 3. We don't have a way of getting more energy. Yeah, because we'll get 2 energy from leaving our stance. But then they're going to be doing obscene amounts of damage, but we can kill at least 1. I say we go for it. Is this worth the amount of math that I might need to do to pull this off? 26. If I... shoot. Okay, so you're at 30. 22. This will put you well into the kill zone. finish you off with that. Then we can signature move. Right, consecrate. You only can signature move you? Oh my gosh. Let's go. That went way better than I expected. Yeah, this character is relatively new. Definitely not new at this point, but they were added probably like 3 or 4 months ago. This is actually my first time playing this character as well. They're really fun, really, really cool, but man, does it give you a headache. There's a lot to think about, because I've got to remember when I've played a skill so that I can enable certain abilities, and I've got to scry and decide what I don't want to draw, and I've got to enter stances but figure out when I can or can't leave that stance, and the implications of being stuck in that stance and taking double damage. It's a whole thing. I would say for our first run, though, things are going pretty decently. So we can't really afford much here. Thorns on the boss wouldn't be too bad. We definitely don't need an explosive potion, and we can't really afford anything else meaningful. So let's ditch our explosive potion. Weak will probably be more relevant than thorns. So let's go with the weak potion. Oh, the glowing Tesseract. Alright, bet. So we're gonna rest and get pretty close to max. I think we could afford 5 HP. Get 2 shots at this. Dark Shackles is pretty great for a big turn. Oh, and I love Finesse. Finesse is always a free play. So of course we're going to rest here. And it's time for the Time Lord. Ah, congratulations, Brennan. I haven't even considered attempting the heart yet. Honestly, I haven't beat the heart with any character, mostly because, well, I didn't want to try the heart when I was going for Ascension 20, because it would make it more difficult. And after I beat Ascension 20, I was like, I need a break. So I should definitely go for heart runs, though. Maybe Ascension 10 heart runs, I don't know. Alright, so right off the bat, you're not doing a multi-hit, so we're going to save Dark Shackles. We can erupt because we have ways out of it. We have ways of enabling Crush Joints. What we don't have is any form of block whatsoever. So we're going to pop our weak potion nice and early, as well as our block potion, for that matter. And we are going to, I guess we've got Dark Shackles, but I'd rather save that. By rather save that, I mean bet. I am very pleased with that turn. We did do 7 cards already, which is definitely a little spooky. Well, let me know if you would like me to tell you what happens when you beat the heart. I don't want to spoil it. Well, I guess there's other people here too. I definitely shouldn't spoil it, but it's worth beating, no doubt. So, Sands of Time, we definitely want to hold on to, and then it's going to do great work for us later. Although, we'd like to do Signature Move. There's no way we could do both either way. So let's Vigilance. And then Reach Heaven. That gives us 3 card plays for next turn, which is not horrible. We're only taking a little bit of damage here. So I guess Finesse is actually terrible against this guy and a hugely regrettable decision, but it is what it is. Alright, I'm thinking here 2 Evaluates and a Consecrate. Well, we're not getting attacked though. He is vulnerable, so let's get our Through Violence out there. Well, no, we'll save it for Wrath. We can make him vulnerable again. Alright, sounds good. Good luck on your run. You'll have to let me know how it goes. Alright, 42 damage, and we're not even in Wrath. That's a lot. We could enter Wrath. If we enter Wrath, we cannot leave it as of yet, but we have an Insight. I don't want that. If we draw this, we can make him vulnerable again. So let's draw that. I am also okay with drawing Empty Fist. So now, we Insight, Erupt, and become Indignant. 4 energy, in Wrath with him vulnerable. Now we pop our Through Violence. Oh, we're weak! I hate that. Let's go ahead and halt. Through Violence. Sands of Time. Radio silence, please. That leaves us 2 card plays next turn. It's really bad. I don't think there's a way I could eke out 2 card plays this turn. Finesse would draw me... It's actually a 66% chance. Let's go. Let's go. Alright, alright, alright. Get that out of here. Keep each having keep evaluate. Are evaluates worth playing when we don't need the block? That's the killer question. Because it increments them by 1 turn. But it gives us 2 card draw. Let's do it. Oh, he's reduced our card draw. Turns out that was even more valuable than I could have imagined. We are in Wrath, and he is vulnerable, so it's a perfect time for a signature move. And then we'll draw. We could leave 4 card plays for the future. Or 1, 2, 3. We could probably... Let's leave the card plays for the future. Let's also enter Vigilance. That gives us 1 less card play, though. Let's leave the card plays for the future. He's not attacking, which is incredible. Super glad I didn't pop off. Ah, what was the last card we played? Crap. I don't think we played any skills. I want him to be vulnerable. Oh, I don't have any skills, so that's a moot point. We've got 4 cards to play. 5 in our... So we just probably won't play an Empty Fist. So let's Crush Joints. Oh, we didn't play a skill. Let's go. And Sands of Time. Through Violence. Empty Fist. We won those 2. So here we can Erupt, which lets us get all the block out of Halt. Indignation makes him vulnerable. This stage of the game, we can afford Finesse for the card draw. Sands of Time is phenomenal. Empty Fist our way out of it. We're taking a pretty big chunk of damage, but compared to where he's at, oh baby, oh baby. It has been done. Ta-thump, ta-thump, ta-thump. A deep pulsing dread can be felt throughout the room. Is this the heart of the Spire, the source of this evil? You prime your staff with divine energy. You deal 626, aka our score, aka terrible. The heart squirms and bleeds, but it is ultimately still pounding. Are your mightiest attacks not enough? You ask yourself, have I been here before? You feel that you have dealt a total of 147,370 damage to the heart. A total of 14,636,643,707 damage has been dealt by all who have challenged it. The heart pulses louder and louder as your consciousness fades. Sleep. Victory? Question mark. Achievement unlocked. Amethyst. Continue. Ascension unlocked. New cards unlocked. Let's unlock Prostrate. Gain 2 mantra, gain 4 block. Okay, so we're getting Devotion. At the start of your turn, gain 2 mantra. So we didn't really get anything to synergize for mantra because we hadn't unlocked a lot of it yet. Blasphemy. Enter Divinity. Die next turn. Exhaust. Incredible. Yo, so the fun with this character has only just begun. Got really cool card unlocks. There's still 4 unlocks, which means 12 total new cards we don't have. And we have now moved up to Ascension 1, where elites will spawn more often. So super fun run. I'm really liking the Watcher. I hope you guys enjoyed the run. Thank you everyone who has tuned into my stream. We are going to take a very short break, and then we will be back for some Overwatch. So I look forward to seeing all of you there. But in the meantime, I hope that you all have a wonderful day. See ya.